Okay, in this particular problem, sorry, there it is. We are asked to solve the equation 6 times the quantity x minus 11 over 5 is equal to 5 times the quantity x plus 11 over 6. There's several ways we can do this. First, we're going to, what I'm going to do is show you by the proportions method. If we consider both sides as being ratios, okay, and they're set equal, so that makes a proportion. So in order to solve a proportion, we simply cross multiply. If you remember those terms from an earlier math course, we're just going to cross multiply these. But I'm going to first clear up the numerator so that I don't have the parentheses to deal with. I'm going to eventually have additional sets of parentheses, but I would like to first get rid of the ones that are there. So we're going to have 6x minus 66 by the distributive property. All of that is divided by 5, so I want to put that inside parentheses to show that it's all divided by 5, just using the program, using Word that I am here. And there we go. We've got the 6x minus 66 over 5. And we're going to do the same thing on the right side, and we're going to get 5x plus 55 over 6. And so then we have a proportion set up there without parentheses. And now we're going to use that cross multiplication rule that I mentioned a few minutes ago. And what that means to do is multiply the numerator here, the 6x minus 66, by the 6 in the denominator here. So we have 6 times 6x minus 66 is equal to, we're going to multiply the denominator on the left by the numerator on the right. Okay, and those are the means. Some folks call this the product of the means and extremes theorem, the means extremes theorem. So that may be some terminology here in the future or may have already heard. And so we get 5 times the quantity 5x plus 55. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is then distribute the 6. So we'll have 36x minus 66 times 6 is 396. And then we'll do the 5 times everything on the right. So we'll have 25x plus 275. Okay, and that's just distributing your 6 and your 5 on each side. Now we have variables on both sides. We want to collect all the variables to one side and all of the numbers to the other. So we're going to first move the 25x over to the 36x because it's a smaller quantity. And it leaves us with a positive coefficient. We want to always try to do that if we can. So at the same time, we're going to move the 396, which is negative, over to the right-hand side. And remember, when we move things from one side of the equal sign to the other, we always perform the opposite operation. So in this case, we're going to add 396 to 275, and we should get 671. Then the final step is to divide both sides by 11, and when we do, we get x is equal to 61. Okay. And then we can go back and check that. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. We can go back and check that by putting in 61 everywhere we see an x. 5 and equal to 5 times 61 plus 11 over 6. And then we'll just simplify what's inside the parentheses first using order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. 61 minus 11 would be 50. So we have 6 times 50 over 5 is equal to, do the same thing on the right. Oops, sorry, message came up there. 5 times 72 over 6. And then we will we'll multiply here. 6 times 50 gives us 300 in the numerator, divided by 5. On the right-hand side, 5 times 72 is 360. We're dividing 360 by 6. And then when we divide 300 by 5, we get 60. Whoops, 60. When we divide 360 by 6, we get 60 as well. And so since the left and right sides are equal here in our check step, that must mean that we had the correct number there on our solution. Okay, hope that helps. Let me know.